Okay, welcome to another edition of Lion News. Lion News can be found at lionnews00.blogspot.com. Today is Wednesday, January 19th, 2011. And what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about how the cops love to use something called plausible deniability. Okay, the dictionary definition is: with respect to clandestine operations, the state of being capable of being denied by those in authority. Okay? So, what does this really mean? Well, what the cops will tell you is something is legal, but they aren't going to put it in writing. So when you go off and do it, and they get in trouble, and they say, oh, the cops said I could do it. Well, the cops are going to go, oh, geez, I never said that. See, that's plausible deniability. Okay, so what we're going to do is give you an example of how this played out in our local corruption campaign here. And one of the dupes here was this guy right here. His name is Pastor Randy Chrisus. See, he was all upset that anti-corruption flyers were being put in the Glenwood Lutheran parking lot here. Okay, and let's give you a little map of what's going on here. See, here's the sheriff's department, and here's the courthouse right here. Okay, here's the parking for the courthouse. At least it was. Now it's all torn up. And see, here's the Glenwood Lutheran Church, and here's the parking lot. Okay, this parking lot here is used as overflow for the courthouse. I mean, it's just common knowledge. Everyone parks there. All right. So one day, Kathy's putting out anti-corruption flyers there, and exposing it, teaching people how they're trying to steal her property. Okay. Well, old concerned citizen here, Randy, isn't happy about that. So he tries to get her to stop doing that. Okay? Tries to tell her it's a private parking lot. Well, then she asks him, well, how come all these cars are here for overflow then? Well, boy, he couldn't answer that one. And she asked him if he was a 501c3. Oh, well, yeah, but it's a private membership. Oh, so then she couldn't attend on Sunday? Well, yeah, you could, See, all these bullshit excuses. See, why she couldn't do it. All right? And then he told her to take the flyers off, and she just ignored him. Okay? In fact, just before that, the chief of police was talking to her about the flyers. He didn't tell her to stop. He was just wanting to know if she was handing them to people that, they didn't want them. She said, no, I don't give them to people who want them. See? So, no problem with the cops. And this jerk was letting people park there all the time. It wasn't posted as private parking, otherwise he'd have to have every single car towed. See? So the point was, he just didn't like it. He was being annoyed by it. Well, who gives a shit if he was annoyed by it? In fact, that's what the cop brought up. He said, this message is annoying to people. He didn't say it was illegal. He said it was annoying. So what? Plenty of things are annoying. I'm annoyed by a lot of things. But I'm supposed to tolerate them. See, obviously he wasn't very tolerant to that, was he? Okay? So what we did is we fixed his little red wagon, filed a complaint against him with the IRS. Now, we didn't use this form. Like I say, I never use whatever form is provided for me. I always write him a letter. Okay? So that's what Kathy did. She wrote him a letter, complained, said all the loony things that he said, and complained that he was interfering with free speech, because she was trying to, inform the public of local corruption, how they're trying to steal her property. Okay? So she sent that off and sent it off to the bishop and to Randy's bishop here, and didn't hear too much more from him. Okay, then we found out that old Randy here had talked to our old buddy Sheriff Tommy the Crook Larson, And Sheriff the Crook, Sheriff Tommy the Crook Larson, told him that the next time Kathy came on there, putting flyers on there, all they had to do was get another person, see, to go grab her and toss her off the land. And if she came back, well, that'd be trespassing. Okay? See, now what did Tommy the Crook Larson tell Randy the idiot Chris's to do? Oh, to become a vigilante, to take the law into his own hands. Well, see, when we found out about that, it was easily handled. All we did was wrote one of the board members a letter and send a carbon copy to all the other churches, or I think we was actually sending another letter to all the other churches, thanking them for not harassing Kathy while she was exposing local corruption. And we informed them when that she filed a complaint with the IRS, that Randy was interfering with public speech or free speech, trying to stop a local corruption campaign. So, and then we also said that that they should really watch out for anything that the cops were saying, because complaints have been filed against them. If they're getting free legal advice from, they should probably get it in writing, because of a concept called plausible deniability. See? Because if the cops told them to do something that turned out to be illegal, that the cops weren't going to back them up. See? So all of a sudden that plan fell through on old Randy there too. See? Because we had a counter for every little thing that they were going to come up with. Okay? And so this is earlier in last year, and so this is me handing out flyers in the Glenwood Lutheran Church on 4/20/10. Now this is much after Kathy was handing out the flyers, before. I think she was doing it the year before. I'm not really sure. Okay, but I know this is well afterwards. Now watch what happens when I'm there. Okay?
Hey, Gary. I got some flyers. You can hand some out for me.
Okay, see? Handing out flyers, no problem. Now, what the detail is, okay, let's go back to the map here. See, I'm down here. You can see I'm way down there handing out flyers. Okay? And up here by the door of the courthouse, right over here, right there. See, that's where that guy was yelling from. That's Deputy Gary Wold. See, they had a whole bunch of cops sitting up here guarding the parking lot, so no one was putting flyers in here. It's pretty hilarious. Okay? But see, what was happening down here? Flyers being put out. He said, don't do it. So I said, oh, you can hand out some flyers too. They shut up. Flyers continue to be handed out all around the courthouse, in fact. See? But they were worried that they're going to get in that little parking lot there. So it's pretty hilarious. So the thing is, if we're doing anything wrong, how come the cops didn't just scurry down there and arrest Kathy, or arrest me, or give me a ticket, or give Kathy a ticket? See? Because they knew we weren't doing anything wrong. Because the thing is, even if they did do something to us, they'd have to bring it into evidence that we're handing out anti-corruption flyers, and they couldn't have that. See? Because the information that Kathy was handing out exposed the fact that they're trying to steal her land. See? And the stuff that I was handing out was clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence that, I think that was the time that it was the trumped up traffic ticket against Dawn Bredekin. See? The invisible car. She got a ticket for pulling out in front of us this invisible car that they claimed they had video of, but never could prove. Never wanted to show her the video of it. Okay? See? So these people will lie, cheat, and steal, and like I said, they'll tell. That's how they inspire these people, or they incite these people to violence. They incite slanderers. They incite stalkers. They incite vigilantes by getting them cranked up with these lies, and then when the people start slandering, they start stalking, and they start being engaged in vigilante acts. Well, then the cops are going to go, "Oh, I never told you to do that." Oh, no, 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 no. See? So anytime you get advice from a cop, you probably should get it in writing, because they are professional liars. Like, they're trained in the Reed technique, which teaches people the cops how to make false accusations against people, and they'll produce false evidence against you. It's well documented facts. It's all on my website. You can see the information. I've got the books on the Reed technique. So be very careful when a cop talks to you. If he tells you some legal advice, to do something, you probably want to get it in writing, because more than likely it's not true. See? Especially if it's something that involves taking the law into your own hands. See? Because why didn't he just tell Randy Christmas, "Well, just call the cops. They'll take care of it." See? No, they want you to do something. They want to incite you to do some criminal act to get you in trouble, so that they can just sit back. See? And like with this shooting in Tucson, both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats, they're both pointing fingers at each other. Well, why? Because they know all their rhetoric is inciting people to violence. See? But they're going to deny it. Remember? Plausible deniability. Oh no, just because we put targets on people's, states, and the Republicans and the Democrats are doing it. See? But no one wants to accept responsibility. See, that's plausible deniability. See? So like I said, what they want you to do is incite you to violence, and then they can just sit back and go, "Oh, no, 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 no. We never did that. We never said that. We're the good guys. See, we would never say things like that." See? So be very, very careful when you get legal advice from the cops and the attorneys. And they'll do the same thing. Get it in writing. See, if they aren't willing to put it in writing, then don't follow it. Okay? So, again, as like I've been ending the last few messages, remember, file complaints. Use a certificate of mailing, because these lying creeps will destroy your paperwork. Okay? Make sure you take your video camera and videotape your police complaints, because they'll deny that you're ever there. They're just going to toss your complaint in the garbage can. Okay? Hand out flyers and educate the public. Get out the bullhorn and educate the public with your message. Okay? Refuse to be silent, because we've refused to be silent on numerous occasions. They've tried all sorts of stupid strategies to shut us up. Not a single one of them worked. Okay? Don't be scared into silence. Do not let them shame you into silence. Do not let them guilt you into silence. Do not let them scare you into silence. Okay? Keep on getting your message out. Thank you for your time.